Hello, so this is my first video, and it is just letting you know what's going on with me. I am a musician named Täxt. I make EDM music, but yeah, some stuff happened, and I finally got to come and live out in the woods, and it's something I wanted to do for a long time. So this is my campsite here. I'm pretty far out. I bushwhacked. I made a clearing, and yeah, I live next to this hidden pond here. Yeah, right now there's a few birds out in the pond. Some sandhill cranes right there. I think that might be a swan or a goose on the other end. I don't really know my birds very well. Yeah, but I'm an outdoors person. I'm not a knowledgeable person, and I'm not surviving here on my own. I walk 45 minutes out of here to get to work. And I've also got friends that, let me take a shower, do my laundry and stuff like that, so it's pretty easy. And I'm glad that I don't have to pay rent to do this right now. And I can't get my laptop out here and make music just yet, but yeah, I've got some plans and some stuff to do. I'm not sure how long I'll be here. If I'm here for a while, I'm hoping maybe I can make this place look like a state park or something like that, maybe. I mean, I don't need to cut any trees down. I can just do some landscaping, and I think it can look pretty nice. Yeah, the area I'm in, I don't really want to give it away because it can be dangerous. There's, some bums have come nearby here over the years. The last few years it was actually over flooded. All these ponds were connected to a lake. And yeah, the water has gone down for now. I'm sure it'll flood again, so yeah, I've got a lot of stuff I gotta do. I gotta get a small boat out here, an inflatable boat, in case it rains too much, and I do need it to get out. And the storms can get pretty bad. If there's a hurricane, I'll evacuate. But if there is just a tropical storm and it's really windy, I don't want my tent to get ripped up. So for that, yeah, I really want to build just a small lodge. Planes and helicopters fly over here a lot, so I've got to keep it small. You can make a grill here, but you can't really start a fire, or else the helicopter flying over, he'll think it's a forest fire. So yeah, there's that. And oh yeah, I also wanted to mention that this area, it has some old trails that are fully grown over, so you have to bushwhack to get to some of these little trails. And it's crazy because I think back in the 20s, when they were first inventing golf, or not inventing it, but when they started golfing a lot, that's when they kind of came out to this area, and they did all that logging. And it's crazy how everybody's area just kind of starts like this. Somebody that just does a bunch of logging and makes these trails, and they turn it into a state park after so many years. So I don't know if this will ever be a state park like that, because the whole state, they say, is supposed to flood, so this place will probably just be all underwater in 10 years. But for now, I'm just gonna hang out here and save money. I don't have to pay rent, and I'll have a lot of extra money, and then I can easily get an apartment if I'm forced to leave here. Yeah, the other pond that I'm next to is nicer. It's got a sandy beach. It's got a better breeze also. This one's really sludgy. Yeah, the birds, they're not flocking off. I'm glad. Yeah, I don't bother any animals. I keep an eye out for endangered plants and things, you know. I just don't, I don't do much to affect the landscape. I'm not sure exactly who owns this land. I've been told different things about that. And it's a big area, so I'm sure different people own different parts. But I love this spot because I bushwhacked the ways to get here, and so no one can hear me, no one can see me. Yeah, maybe a helicopter will see me, but I don't think they'll give a shit that I'm out here. But yeah, if I build a lodge, it'll be easy because there's a lot of these logs. You know, they're pretty tough still. They're not all dried out, all of them. Some of them are good, really good. That one I'd have to get maybe an electric chainsaw and cut that one up. But then I could just get logs that are all like the same length like this one. And yeah, I was going to use that for columns for the corners of the lodge. Because I just wanted to stay safe in the storms, and also in case a bear comes around. The bears here aren't that bad. It's not like up north. But they still creep me out, so I wouldn't mind having a strong house. Later in the next video, I'll try to show you there's a spot where someone left a giant picture window, a huge picture window. And it's a really thick one, but I looked it up and I guess you can get a glass cutter and still cut those thick ones. Because that thing's way too heavy to carry over here. And I don't need one giant picture window in my lodge. I'd be happy if I just had 3 big, fat, tall windows. So yeah, I'm going to have to get some measuring tape and measure that, cut the glass, and I'll show you that in the next video. As you can see, there's some big logs everywhere. No one can really see me. If I do build a lodge, I'm going to make sure to put, pine tree branches over it. Because the helicopters fly real low to inspect for forest fire activity. But since I'm kind of being forced to be homeless, and I don't want to live too close to other people, because sure, older homeless people do because they can't walk all the way out here. But I hate when people can see me in my tent, because I don't know about you, but it's creepy when you go for a walk and then you run into a tent and then it's like, oh, now I gotta be careful I don't wake them up. So, oh yeah, here's the sandhill cranes. Yeah, I'm surprised they came out here. This is the first time I saw them. I've seen all kinds of different birds at the other lake, but I guess they know about this pond, and they love this pond too. Yeah, they're an endangered species. You're not supposed to feed them or mess with them at all. Oh yeah, there's I don't know what that is. Someone can comment and tell me what, that might just be a swan, the white bird off on the other side. Alright, so yeah, 8 minutes. I want to make sure this is a good video. So, well, I wanted to walk to the other side of the pond and show you one of the yellow and black spiders. Yeah, I'm afraid of spiders, but I am fascinated by those yellow and black ones. They look real cool, and they never bothered me, but once I see their web, I just leave them be, because it just seems rude to tear down the king spider's web. When I come out here and there's other spiders in the way on my trail, I don't care if it's one of those either. I have to get to my site, so I just throw a tree branch at it and run past. Hope it doesn't crawl on me. But yeah, this pond is like all... That's an interesting spot. The water just goes up and down. And the only other thing to show you, this area is just where my camp is. There's a lot more cool areas to show you around here. But yeah, I guess there's not much else to it. It's tough to walk all the way out here, but I like privacy, and I got a job close enough, and I've got friends to help me with food. So if I can get a power supply, clear the land, make it look nice, get a canopy so I can stay outside of my tent, when it's raining. And then, if I get some extra time on a day I don't work or something, I'll do a bunch of work here and collect these logs. And there, I'm back to camp now. I'm gonna collect, they're all right here. I don't have to go far for most of these logs. I'll get some paracord and lace together some sticks that are more of that size and make walls. Just put them in between the columns. I'm gonna have to clear out a lot more space, make sure there's a lot of good tree coverage where I put the lodge. But I'm gonna make it tall enough for those windows. But yeah, yeah, I know I really didn't want to make a YouTube video for a long time, but I love watching YouTube, and then I guess now I've seen enough where I know, like, it's okay to look silly in the video. You don't have to be as cool as, my favorite YouTube videos, or YouTubers. And yeah, in the next video I'll show you some good scenery, and I'll also show you just some more of the plans that I have